Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about termination ground L. Termination ground L is when somebody has been convicted or placed on community supervision, and this does include deferred adjudication, for being criminally responsible for the death or serious injury of a child, not the child, under the following sections of the Penal Code, or in another state for something that's similar to these sections. So basically, if somebody has been convicted of a crime that has injured a child before, then the department has a termination ground against them. Now, again, a ground by itself is not enough. You still have to show best interest. So don't assume you have to give up at this point. Now, another thing, it says the death or serious injury of a child. If you do criminal law, I want to make it clear the courts have said this is not the same as serious bodily injury under the Code of Criminal Procedure and the penal statutes. So what is a serious injury? Well, that's again fact specific, but an injury to a child probably is going to be seen serious unless it's something very minor. So the types of, or the crimes that would apply to this would be murder, capital murder, manslaughter, indecency with a child, assault, sexual assault, aggravated sexual assault, injury to a child, elderly individual, or disabled individual, abandoning or endangering a child, elderly individual, or disabled individual, prohibited sexual conduct, sexual performance by a child, possession or promotion of child pornography, continuous sexual abuse of young child or disabled individual, trafficking of persons, and compelling prostitution. Now remember, these have to have cause an injury to a child. If they have this conviction and it only involves adults, then this isn't going to help the department with the termination. It's only if it applies to a child. And you can understand, obviously, if the person has engaged in conduct that has killed or seriously injured a child, well, then the state doesn't feel very comfortable having a child in that person's care. Although, remember, they have to have had a reason to remove in the first place. So a lot of times, of course, this will address the absent parent. So maybe a father that has not been around, having trouble finding him, not going to get involved. Well, you've got your ground. It's probably not going to be hard to show best interest either. Because all of this stuff can apply to best interest as well. So we'll talk about, in another video, we'll talk about the things that go to best interest. I hope you found that helpful. Be sure to look at the statute closely if you ever have a case with a parent that has this ground as a termination ground. I'll see you next time.